in the vast, gleaming corridors of the Galactic Trade Station, where species from across the universe mingled and negotiated, the hum of high-tech machines filled the air. Elizabeth and Evan, two humans who had somehow managed to find themselves aboard a station populated by every imaginable alien species, stepped into the heart of the station's most secure area. The doors slid open with a soft hiss, revealing the gleaming security checkpoint. Two towering alien guards, clad in thick armor plates and armed with plasma rifles, stood watch, their alien features glowing faintly under the overhead lights. They were an imposing sight, a true testament to the station's advanced security. Evan, however, was unfazed. A pencil dangled from his fingers as he leaned casually against the security terminal, waiting for the customary scan. Elizabeth shot him a side glance, a little nervous. "You really want to try this today?" she whispered, eyeing the security system in front of them. Evan, ever the optimist, grinned. "What's the worst that could happen? I'm just holding a pencil. Just don't get us thrown in prison." Before Elizabeth could continue her warning, the scanner began its routine scan, moving over both of them in swift arcs. The usual beep and flash of light would be followed by a confirmation of their harmlessness and entry approval. This time, something was different. The scanner paused at Evan's hand, hovering over the pencil he was holding loosely between his fingers. The automated system, normally a neutral observer of countless species, whirred with increasing intensity. The guard's eyes darted toward him. "Weapon detected." The system blared in a shrill, mechanical voice. Elizabeth blinked, unsure of what she'd heard. "What?" she muttered under her breath. The security guards, now fully alert, immediately moved into a combat stance, their rifles raised to their chests. They trained their weapons on Evan, whose expression had morphed from calm confidence to one of mild surprise. "Stand down, humans," one of the guards boomed, his voice a guttural rumble. "Weapon detected. Surrender immediately." Elizabeth's eyes widened. "Wait, that's just a pencil, yeah," Evan said, raising his free hand slowly in a non-threatening gesture. "No need to get all dramatic." The guards were not amused. Their gazes narrowed, calculating as the sharp ends of their rifles glowed faintly. One of them spoke in a language Elizabeth didn't understand, issuing a string of commands that had no effect on the terminal. The security system's screeching alerts continued. "Evan, you might want to explain this," Elizabeth said quietly, her voice laced with concern. "They're not buying it." "Explain what?" Evan shrugged and glanced at the pencil as if seeing it for the first time. "Oh, I guess this thing's a little more dangerous than I thought." The pencil was nothing special. It was a standard writing Tula, simple graphite stick with a wooden body. Evan had picked it up from the supply room earlier that morning, after he'd decided he'd rather doodle than engage in the endless alien politics the station had been throwing at them. Yet the scanner was going wild. "Weapon detected. Disarm immediately," the station's computer repeated, almost frantically now. Okay, Evan said, sighing. He flicked the pencil into the air and caught it expertly between two fingers, then waved it in front of the scanner. "See? Just a normal pencil. No weapons. No explosive tips. Just a regular, everyday thing humans use to write." "Why would a human bring such a thing?" the second guard asked, his tone almost intrigued. His eyes shifted from the pencil to Evan's face, looking for some sign of deception. "It is unwise to joke in the presence of the Council's most advanced security." "I'm not joking," Evan said, his voice dropping slightly in volume. "I promise you, this thing's harmless. If you don't believe me, feel free to check it out. It's not a weapon." Elizabeth felt a bead of sweat form on her brow. She wasn't sure if Evan was being reckless or if he was onto something she couldn't understand. She quickly swiped her hand across the console and tried to override the alarm. The system, however, didn't budge. "Disarming protocols failed," the terminal declared. She cast a quick glance at Evan, who shrugged again, looking entirely unconcerned. One of the guards stepped forward, his movements deliberate and methodical. "Step back," he ordered, raising his weapon. He swung the rifle toward Evan and aimed the barrel down, focusing on the pencil. "Hey!" Elizabeth stepped in front of Evan, her eyes flashing with sudden anger. That's enough. This is ridiculous. You're in a restricted zone, the guard growled. Any weapon, no matter how small, must be neutralized. You will comply, or we will be forced to act. Evan, unfazed, reached into his pocket, retrieving a small device that looked like a button. He pressed it, and the security system, much to the confusion of the guards, immediately shut down the alarms. The lights on the security panels blinked back to their normal green. See? Evan said, grinning. All done. Like I said, nothing to worry about. The guards hesitated, exchanging uncertain glances. They seemed torn between their protocol and the strange humanity before them. Slowly, one of them lowered his rifle. You deactivated the scanner, one of the guards said, clearly baffled. I didn't deactivate it, Evan replied nonchalantly. I just gave it a little help. Just a pencil, like I said. Elizabeth shot him an incredulous look. You can't keep doing things like that. Evan shrugged. What? I told them the truth. As they walked past the bewildered guards and deeper into the station, Elizabeth let out a long breath. I don't know how you do it, Evan, always the calm one when it counts. Evan smirked. A pencil's not the real weapon here, Liz. It's all about perception. Elizabeth, still in disbelief, shook her head. Only you, Evan, only you.